What was your why in your journey?
I just felt my life is made up of a lot of losses, a lot of L's. I landed at Marshall, and I wasn't supposed to be there. One of my teammates, another freshman, he chirped a lot, talked trash. I'm from the D.C. area. He was from a rival city area. We'd always talk trash. We end up taking it to the court, playing one-on-one. I ended up beating him. The dude would barely say what's up to me after that. He sucker punched me. And I ended up getting a concussion. That kind of ruined my confidence. If I can overcome this and help people that are facing their challenges, that kind of shaped my why and led me into fitness.
You said in high school you're a top 100 player.
I don't really talk about it a lot because that part of my life is over. But I've traveled the country, go to school for free. It made me the man I am today, shaped my discipline, shaped my values, and shaped how I see things.
Where do you think you would be without basketball?
I don't think I'd be living out my purpose.
So basketball has been the foundation to teach you a lot of things. Some of the discipline principles you learned with your coach, those athletic principles that make you a great business guy today.
I learned that structure is everything. You got to have structure. So basketball forced me to have structure. Me being the youngest guy on the team, got the older guys busting my tail in practice every day. It forced me to stay ready. So I had to put up extra shots after practice. On game day, if I played 2 minutes or if I played 5 minutes, I stayed after and put shots up. We ended up getting in a situation where we played in a triple overtime game. All the seniors fouled out, and my number was called, and I ended up coming in and hitting the game winner. But I kept that structure, and I stayed ready.
So check this out, Marty. You went through something that most D1 players go through. You're a specialist. You're a PhD in basketball. And all of a sudden, you don't make it to the pros, and it's over. Talk to everybody about how you found that new you. You had to let go of that old identity and adapt to a new one.
I get out of school. I get an agent to play overseas. I'm in the basketball gym, working on my skill work, working on my conditioning. My mom was like, hey, you're grown. You gotta get a job. So I was going back and forth from the basketball gym to working the front desk at gym. I always liked lifting and working front desk. I'm not making a lot of money. Minimum wage. I'm spending my money going to different cities, going to different overseas combines to try to get a contract. And one day this agent was just like, yo, I'm doing a bad job. I didn't get you any overseas deals. I can't find anything. Honestly, I think the guy was just lazy because I was a good player. I had good highlights, good stats. And after about 9-10 months, I said, forget this, man. Basketball was great to me. It was sad how the chapter ended, but I'm like, yo, life goes on. We got to keep it moving. I switched my shifts at the gym to night shift. I worked from midnight to 6 a.m. All I did was work out. I lifted every night and studied my personal trainer certification every night. Went to take the test, failed the first time, passed the second time. Then that led to a client. Started training my friends. I could have business off the basketball network.
Went from loser to hero pretty quickly. And when I met Marty and he told me that story, he said to himself, I felt like a loser and people were calling me a loser. And
if you can vision it, you can make it happen.
Don't give up.
I just made a post yesterday and it basically said, hey, are you still thinking about the stuff you want to do or have you finally taken action? If you've been thinking about something for years, it's time to restructure how you go about what you're doing because you should think about it and start pursuing it. And I love what Marty's saying. He took that feeling in our stomach when we're feeling that way. That is a high-powered motor. You can take that energy and point it at something and you can get so much done.
I even feel empty when I don't have something I'm working on or working towards. So as I've gotten older, I'm learning you always got to be evolving and working towards something.
Obviously, this is the Business Athlete Show. We believe in those principles that to be a successful business person, you got to start your day in the gym. And to be a successful athlete, athletics is not going to be forever. Business is probably going to be a part of it. So we're weaving it together. But Marty, one thing that's always fascinated me about you, and we were talking branding and authenticity yesterday. We got Christopher Martin. We have CMarty Fit. They're looking to start their coaching business, their fitness business, talk about CMarty Fit and the business decisions you make around those two brands and who each of them are.
Martin is definitely fit, but the fitness allows me to express myself in a way where I can help people because everybody, they receive messages differently. The way I do it is pretty direct and I like to use it with humor, sometimes dark humor. The people that receive it, it's a great message for them because they don't know where they can hear it anywhere else like that. So I feel like the way I do it is a unique way and it's needed.
Hey, Marty, tell John how less brunches, more crunches was born.
Yeah, so I've always been like a sarcastic, playful guy. I would just rhyme words sometimes when I'm joking with my teammates. And I would even just post stuff on my story, workouts, fitness related, and just make it rhyme. So that's Brunches, More Crunches. And it went crazy. And people were asking about it. Somebody suggested I put it on a shirt. So I paid like $20, got it on the shirt, wore it to the gym. Everyone was like, yo, what is that? They're like, can I get a shirt? So here we are today.
What's the message in that?
Yeah, the message is basically it's okay to have fun, enjoy yourself, indulge. The moderation, you should be in the gym way more than you're doing that stuff.
What do you think the business lesson is, though, in that? Because that's fascinating to me, is that many people listening want to get started, don't know how to get started.
Just put your stuff out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you ever reflect upon college as a bad experience? Or is it everything you were hoping it was going to be?
It wasn't everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah, because I think that people that have never really played high-level athletics, whatever venue it is, that requires a coach, right? The chemistry you have with your coach can make a big difference in an athlete's performance. There's no question about that. Sometimes that tough love works. Sometimes that tough love doesn't.
Absolutely.
Marty, we as athletes or even employees in business, I think we get caught up in thinking somebody else is taking care of us. Offer some advice to people tuning in right now that might not know what I'm talking about with that and how to have control of your own journey.
You have to, before you complain about your situation, identify your role. We all have a role, whether that's the team, whether that's business, the relationship, we all have a role. You have to play your role to the best of your ability. You need to squeeze every ounce out of that role, and something good is going to come out of that eventually, right? You're going to get the reward at some point, but just sulking, complaining about it, being depressed, sitting in it, you got to dominate that role. My role was to play defense and hit open shots. Me playing my role, I did my thing, ended up scoring like 22, and we ended up coming back and winning the game.
Can you expand on roles and leadership in the sporting team aspect and examples of your roles throughout your career?
I feel like everything that I go through, all the hard work, obstacles, connections, meeting people, I don't ever want that to go to waste. I don't want to be wasting time because you can't get time back.
When you look to the future in 10 years, what is 41-year-old CMarty Fit looking like?
Fixing the problems in the fitness industry and giving out fitness advice and just continuously helping people. We're getting business owners and employees to work out, better their lifestyles, and we're getting them to better their business as well.